All right, we're back again. It's a little darker out now. Hopefully that will make the image look better. We're going to try to find that dog key and hopefully progress. It looks like the video looks better. I just know it had a really bad blue tint this morning. Hopefully we don't have too much focusing issues. Awesome opening song. I might need to adjust the settings. Full screen. We're going to continue. Oh, God, that's loud. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. So we left off in this I don't know what you'd call it, this 8 gas station. It's a ripoff of 7-Eleven. And I was tempted to look up a walkthrough today, but I didn't. So we're gonna try to figure this out. But I know I have to run through some alley. I know I gotta get one more key. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna follow this road. I'm hurt. I can tell. My controller's vibrating. Man, I'm getting the crap beat out of me in this game. Oh, I guess I'll use a health. Alright, run. These humongous streets of Silent Hill. I gotta remember where this place is at. Where is it? I know there's like a back alley somewhere. And it's what I'm looking for. Nope. kind of adjust the camera. It's got these like green blurs on it. Not exactly sure. I guess that's what I get for recording with a camera, with a phone. Okay, first off, I'm double checking this doghouse. I swear the key's in here. Yup. Taped. So you can't actually get the doghouse key until you see that note on the road that we saw earlier. Harry doesn't think to look. But now that I have it, I can go inside. And there's some goodies in here. Some first aid. Cool thing to note, this door won't be unlocked for me, but I think you have to beat the game on hard. And then this door will be unlocked when you replay the game. Inside is a like a dojo, and there's a katana in it. So you can get a katana. Man, I don't know what is going on with the blurriness. Maybe if I turn the smooth off. Does that help? Handgun bullets. Handgun bullets. Health drink. Over here is the door. Well, here's a map. Oh, this is good. Ah, if only I would have found that earlier. Okay, I see the alleyway I missed. This map kind of shows you where you need to go. On this door are 3 padlocks. I can use 2 of the keys I had, but I'm missing one. So I just gotta go find 1 key. Running into the fog. Yep. See, even though I've played this game a million times, I'm not going to say I'm some sort of an expert. I'm an expert, but I'm also not. I don't think I'd call myself an expert, or else I would have known. But Silent Hill is a game where I feel like every time you play it, you find something new out. Like, I didn't know that he's got to read the note that's before he can actually get the doghouse key. Oh, no, you know what it probably is? I'm using a new memory card. So if the memory card would have understood that I've already played this game, it might have let me just grab the doghouse key. So I bet you that happened, that I'm so used to playing with the memory card I normally use, and then the game just acknowledges the doghouse key because it knows that I know. But since I'm a new player, it thinks I'm a new player. I have to, follow the clues before it lets me get the puzzle piece. Which is pretty, oh man, it's pretty advanced for this time. Okay, I don't need to run the whole way, I already know where I'm going. Oh god. So over here is a little gateway. It says off limits, but I'm gonna go in. And inside, let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, there's a basketball setup. And if you look, it looks like someone, well, I guess first I need to see what this is. Now, you may not be able to tell because you're watching this on my phone, but this is like a dog's head on the ground. And he says, a dog's head. Right next to the dog's head is a shiny object, which is the key of the woodman, the key I needed. So it looks like someone was playing basketball with a dog's head, because you can see blood up above on the, I don't even know what they call that, the bank, the back shot of the hoop. But yeah, it's all insinuated. Someone was over here playing basketball with a dog head. Man, when I move the camera, those lines go away. Oh, they're so bad. Weird. I wonder. It's like only when the camera's still. It's not too bad right there. Alright, now we can head back to that house. Hopefully we don't get into a fight. Whoop. I keep mixing up the map button and the pause button. We gotta get through one more block. Maybe this will look really good when I'm in the dark now. Maybe even better than it did before. I'm about to get to use my flashlight. Missed me. I'm gonna turn the smoothing back on because I don't think it made any difference to you guys. I will save. There's a little save. Come to the back door. Use the key of the woodman. Now the back door's unlocked. We'll walk through. And we get a little cutscene. What? It's getting darker. It's getting dark again. What's going on? Turns on his flashlight. Now hear that ominous music. It's great. That's the good stuff. So I'm using my flashlight. I can turn it on or off. Yeah, this don't look too bad in the dark with the flashlight. Oh, we're getting a little unfocused. Maybe if I can click it. And yeah, you can see now that it is dark. The sun just disappeared. Again, this is a video game from the late 90s using a lighting engine. When you turn off your flashlight and you turn it on, it's casting like shadows. That's really primitive. You know, it's not like what you'd see in games today, but I mean, this flashlight is pretty awesome. And this has just always been a good part about games like old school survival horror, just searching in the darkness with a flashlight. Like, you can't beat that. It's not about killing monsters or fighting in this game. It's about just searching, looking. You know, it's like when you're a kid, you go into an abandoned house with your friends and you just kind of search around. Like, that's where the fun's at. Just wondering, what may I find? Need to see where I'm at. Alright, we're in an alleyway. There's probably nothing on this end, but I'm gonna check. There's a monster. You got a free shot. That's kind of bull. Guess I could run this way. We are gonna go to Midwich Elementary School. Cheryl left a note saying that that's where she was going, or she wrote down to school or something like that. So Harry's just going off of that. Keep running, don't look back. Ow. Don't bother with fighting them. Just run. I hear a dog. I'm gonna start weaving in between the trees. Dodge and weave. Oh, okay. Now I know that you can go in the school bus. But did you know that? There's some health items. And there's a save on the school bus. Which will be nice to just have a save. Alright, we're right in front of the school. Here we are. Look out for the dog. Midwich Elementary. Straight camera a little. Alright. Ooh, then we get those green lines again. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm kind of learning as I go. Man, those green lines come in when it focuses. When I tilt the camera, it kind of stops. It's only when I'm looking straight on. Must just be how it reacts to the screen. Huh. Well, when we walk into the school, Harry is looking straight at us with the light going, so you can't really see what's in front of him. That's another good reason why tank controls are good. Boom. Could have been something there. What do we got? Okay, we got the school map. And we're here to look for our daughter. Yeah, it's really dark. The school is not lit up. It's after hours. What do we got here? More Ronaldo, Gordon. This must be the list of teachers. Fun fact, I think it's Sonic Youth. All those names are bandmate names of Sonic Youth. I think Gordon, I think her name's Kim Gordon. She might be the singer of Sonic Youth. Got some bloody written things in here. Written in blood. Gold in an old man's palm, the future hidden in his fist, exchanged for sage's water. A puzzle piece. We got some more over here. Written in blood. Darkness that brings the choking heat, flames render the silence, awaking the hungry beast, upon time's door to beck and pray. A silver guidepost is untapped. Tapped or taped? Untapped in lost tongues, awakening at the ordained order. Oh, here we go. A picture of a door. I don't know who drew it, but it's certainly in bad taste. Especially for a school. You got this creepy picture of a door with these two bodies on the side. If that was in your kid's school, would you take them there? This is the save room. I think it's called the infirmary. The nurse's office, pretty much. You know, I once watched a guy, he's really big in the YouTube and Twitch. He's really big on YouTube and Twitch, and he was a part of Twin Perfect, and I do love Twin Perfect, but he left and did his own thing, and his name's Fungo. And I watched him do a long Let's Play where he talked about how the posters like these two are meant to kind of subconsciously creep you out. Like, you wouldn't have noticed those. If you were just walking around, you wouldn't have noticed those. But if it's true that your mind can catch small details and hold on to them, then what your mind may have caught is that those look like eyes. Now, the closer you get to them, it looks like a swirling galaxy, so it's probably some sort of a science poster. But this close, it looks like eyes. You're being watched. And it's like, was that intentional? Or is it just something that happened? I think it's intentional because they put them right next to each other. Oh, also in like Japanese culture, spirals are like a sign, can be a sign of an omen, I guess. There's a really good book I got. It's a manga collection of Junji Ito, and I think it's Uzumaki is the one that's about a town that just gets obsessed with a spiral and becomes so obsessed that the town falls apart. It falls into chaos because they become so obsessed with the spiral, the geometrical geometry. Oh man, it's dark. This is the courtyard of the school. There's something out here because my alarm's going off. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Right there. I forget what they call that monster. Oh. Stomp it. Remember the rule. If you don't stomp it, it's not dead. Now, there's a story behind these monsters, and I kind of forget what it's all about. Originally, these monsters looked a lot more like actual children, and when this game was trying to go through rating system, that was the number one thing they pulled. They were like, you can't have that. Those look like kids. You can't shoot kids in a school, especially in the late 90s, Columbine and all that. So they had to go back and kind of reimagine what these things looked like. And in America, we got these things, and I forget exactly what they are. I think they're gray children. Or maybe they're called mumblers. I think they're called mumblers, and then in the movie, they have something that is essentially the mumbler, but it's not, and it's called the gray child or the gray children. But in Europe, in the European release, and maybe the Japanese release, they had something completely different, something called claw fingers. It's essentially the same body design, but they have huge, like, claws. Like, they look like the hands and claws of like a sloth, like humongous talons. And they probably did this to just further make it not look like a child. But in America, we got to keep this version. We had our own little unique version. Ooh, check this out. It's like a little ghost. Ooh, it tripped and it fell. Look at it. And it squeaks. And then it disappears. Supposedly that was the model of what the original monsters were going to look like, I think. But those things are harmless. They're like ghosts. They're actually cute. They look like penguins. They're like a shadowy silhouette of a penguin. And they just trip. You run into them and they get scared of you. They run away. No harm. Oh, also, Silent Hill, I got this from two best friends, but the game could be called Shit's Locked because every door is almost locked. A majority of Silent Hill games is you just being told that a door is locked. Shit's locked. Shit's locked. Now you can tell the difference when a door can be unlocked. This door says the lock is jammed. This door can't be opened. So that's pretty much the game saying, yeah, you'll never go in there. But this door, well, that door opened. So that don't help. But if it can be opened, it would simply say it's locked. But if it says it's jammed and the door cannot be opened, then you know. Again, more like images of things looking at you, which is supposed to make you uncomfortable. You got this little bulldog there staring you down. Oh, also, there's been multiple of these. A friend in need, some person looking at you. I unlocked that door. I guess we'll try it down here first. Ooh, this is the bathroom. Bathrooms in Silent Hill are usually a bad thing. Bad things happen. Creepy things happen. Good scares happen. We might get a good scare. I've so many of these games, I kind of forget which scares happen when. Whoop, losing focus. Oh. Another good, cool camera angle. When you walked into this room, you were looking this way. Monsters, coming towards you. You can only have that type of gameplay with these set camera angles. It makes for like dynamic, cool camera angles. Most games would have the camera would have started like this behind the player and you'd have shot it dead. We will check every door. We come across some stairs. There's a weird little... Nothing's in there. We're on the second floor now. See, you can't see anything. It's dark. Well, I start to see something. It's emerging from the darkness. Stomp it out. More photos of creepy things that kids drew. Some of them are faces and they're looking at you. They're watching. This is the bathroom. Stomp them. Handgun bullets. Ooh, I'm going to stop this video and start a new one.